In today's video, I've wanted to kind of get my thoughts or opinions on why I think that the game developer Bethesda is not doing so great. Um, its development arm is called Bethesda Softworks, and I've identified a couple of reasons why I think they're going through some pretty rough stuff. Um, uh, let me let me let me start with what I think is number one. I think that they're very overconfident, and what do I mean by that is Bethesda, to use a saying, punches above its weight. That's like a boxing term, but what I mean by that is if you look at some of the larger game developers out there, like take Blizzard for example. There's others too, but they tend to have thousands of employees, right? So that means more coders, more designers, and whatnot. Um, how many does Bethesda have? Roughly 400. Um, that's not to say you can't make a game with 400 employees, but as we've come to see, they haven't really. I mean, they hit the ball out of the park with a game like Skyrim or Fallout, but Fallout 76 pretty much a disaster. Some of their other games have not sold very well, but it just goes back to what my original point. Overconfidence, yeah, they want to make a good game, but I don't think they have the necessary amount of personnel or resources to make the games better. Which kind of leads me into another point, is quality control. Now this is something I have experience with because that's what I do for a living. Um, why I say quality control is because you you make a game, and I notice this is a trend. Probably it's not just with Bethesda; it's with other developers as well. But you make a game, and you rush to put it out, and then make the fixes to the game later, which is not really a good business model, I would say, because when people buy a game, they want the finished game. They don't want hot fixes throughout the game. They don't want hundreds of DLCs. They don't want that. They want the game already finished. And then if they want to add additional content later as a part of the vision of the game, well, that's fine. But when you put out an inferior product, nobody wants to buy an inferior product. And that's like going out and buy a car without wheels on it. And then the dealership comes to your house later and says, "Oh, well, we'll put the wheels on once it's in your driveway." Nobody does that. So should they do that with video games? To me, it makes no sense. But whatever. The last uh, the last thing I think is this kind of goes back to quality control a little bit, but I've noticed that with Bethesda games in particular is what I call generic gameplay. Um, what do I mean by this? Well, if you look at it from a design standpoint, I think Bethesda's gotten a little lazy. They it seems like they just put a skeleton of a game into a box, and just because it says Fallout on it, people are going to buy it. I think what they're trying to do is appeal to a mass audience. You know, like every gamer, um, casual, the casual players. But like I said, it kind of goes back to what I was saying with the generic gameplay and quality control. Is people want a finished product, not a watered down, lazy, throw everything into a blender and hope it comes out okay and fix it all later kind of game. Those are the kind of games I'm tired of seeing, and frankly tired of buying. And I think other people are in the same boat. They That's not what they want when they buy a AAA title. They want a finished product. They want a good game, and they want a game that works and is fun to play. So, but that's my thoughts on the whole thing. I don't know if other people. I'm sure other people feel the same way, but I can't speak for everybody. But you know, if you feel the same way, I don't know, throw in a comment or let me know what you think about it. And that's all I got. Thanks.